I'm still gay just like I always was. Ooh, look at me. I'm a gay man. Fucking men and kissing children. Oops, I forgot. I'm also a pedophile. Pedophile.
Are you still standing? Are you still fucking?
I'm still fucking.
Are you still fucking children?
No, I'm fucking men.
Oh, but
kissing children.
Oh, kissing kids.
Yeah, I'm only about kissing children.
Okay.
I want to groom them.
So until they're men.
I want to groom them until they're men, and then I want... not even men, just until they're older and I can trick their parents into marrying me. Like that...
So like 14?
Like that gross guy from Lost.
Oh, I thought you meant the guy from that documentary. That Abducted in Plain Sight?
Yeah,
that's a good one. Okay, before we put a pin in that, because I love talking about that. It's Worst Year of Our Lives. I'm Scott, at Not Scott Henson.
I'm Drew, at Syrian Softpaws.
The one thing we should mention at the top, so a few people hear it, is the secret message that we've been sending to you in code for this entire season. I believe, if the thing I wrote down is right, which is questionable at best, I believe this started March 11th. It's now September sometime, 2027. The world is a nuclear wasteland.
No, this isn't like season 1 that literally took us 3.5 years to finish.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been sending you a secret message at the end of every episode since March 11th. And next episode, not this one, is the end of that secret message. So... we still haven't figured out what exactly to do about it, but as soon as next week's episode drops, so next Monday would be, what, feels like September 27th? A week Monday?
I don't know, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Good.
You got it. Congratulations.
Let's give you a couple hours to listen to the show. So let's say drinking time. Let's say 5 p.m. Pacific on Monday, September 27th is when the polls open.
The polls.
And the first person to DM one of us the entire secret message wins. The end.
The end. You are winner, ha ha ha.
I don't know what you win, but you win, and we'll work out something with you.
You win, and then make a request, and we'll decide
and
if we
we'll
want to
try
fulfill
it.
Request or not.
Basically, the reason I don't just want to put a stock thing out there is because... I think the person who might win is from Australia, and I don't want to ship anything to Australia. Or make the person pay for shipping for the thing they won. It feels stupid either way.
Or ship anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally anywhere.
I don't know. I'll ship something in North America. Honestly, I feel like it's cheaper to ship from Canada to the US than Canada to Canada, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Which
our countries are tired.
Also the case with flying sometimes.
Yes. A flight from Vancouver to... where did we go? Pittsburgh? Yeah. Or did we fly from Seattle to Pittsburgh?
We might have flown Seattle.
Well, we flew Vancouver to somewhere.
But Vancouver to Toronto is often more expensive than Vancouver to Florida.
Yeah, Vancouver to Toronto is $900.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And Vancouver to New York City is $600.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example.
Even though New York is a little bit further forward, a little bit further east, and is also in a different country.
Yeah.
I hate this fucking country.
Let's get out of here. You never see a lot of Canadians threatening to move to the US.
That's because they won't let us.
Like the opposite. Because every election, basically half of America threatens to move to Canada.
One or the other decides, if they win, I'm moving to Canada. And we're like, hey, joke's on you. We don't want you.
If you elect this black guy, I swear to God. If you elect this white guy, I swear to God.
If you elect this gay guy.
If you elect this mentally retarded man.
And guess what?
I'm out of here.
None of them have ever moved to
Has
Canada.
anyone ever moved? Has one goddamn person ever moved.
Randy Quaid, but that wasn't because of elections.
I was going to say, that wasn't the election.
that was avoiding jail time.
And acute mental illness.
Yeah.
No, like, cute mental illness.
Adorable mental illness. Yeah.
Some of the best.
Yes.
Made him grow a big beard.
Yep. And now he, like, runs a dispensary in Toronto or something.
Nice. What did he do that was illegal?
I don't know, something.
It was definitely something. Like, he is a criminal.
Was he a Jeffrey Jones type where he was taking pictures artful nudes of children?
Artful nudes. That's my drag name.
Artful nudes.
Or did he threaten to kill the president?
Maybe. Randy Quaid, American actor, although he's not American anymore because they disowned
he's
him.
not American or an actor anymore. Both of those are inaccurate.
He was in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, he was the guy who ran the work thing up in Wyoming or whatever.
Oh. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
They were.
You didn't rewatch it for the pod?
No. He and his wife were arrested for allegedly defrauding an innkeeper in Santa Barbara by using an invalid credit card to pay a $10,000 bill.
Oh, that's actually a lot. That's more than I expected the bill to be for an innkeeper.
They were released on bail.
Were they at the inn for like 4 years?
They must have been, yeah. They were released on bail. However, they reportedly failed to appear in court.
Nice.
And warrants were issued for their arrest.
His bitch is also crazy, right? Yeah. They got like a shared psychosis thing going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
They were charged with burglary after they spent 5 days occupying the guest house in a vacant home they once owned in Santa Barbara.
Yes.
They claim that
it was ours once.
Yeah, they claim that the home was wrongfully transferred to a third party by the use of a forged signature. They were there was warrants for their arrest. They failed to appear in court
again,
and as a result, they also forfeited their bail. In Vancouver, in 2010, him and his wife moved to Vancouver, where they sought asylum protection under the Canadian Immigration Refugee Protection Act.
Yes,
stating that they feared for their lives in the United States.
Yes.
Border authorities arrested the couple for their outstanding warrants in the U.S. after they were granted bail. They were granted Canadian citizenship in 2011 based on her parentage, and Randy sought permanent resident status as the husband of a Canadian.
Perfect.
And in January 2013, their request was denied. They moved to Montreal, and he was briefly arrested for not checking in as a non-resident. In 2014, they sued the U.S. State Department for revoking their passports. His legal appeal in Canada were exhausted, and he was notified he was to be deported 1 week prior to his deportation date. The couple drove across the Canadian border into Vermont, where they were detained by U.S. Customs. They were detained pending an extradition process order by the state of California. On review of the state of California's case, the Vermont judge found irregularities and voided the extradition.
A Quaid fan.
Whereupon the Quaids were released and allowed to remain in Vermont without conditions.
Beautiful.
He was released when the California judge had issued an arrest warrant before the alleged claim had been committed. In principle, the Quaids were subject to arrest should they travel outside of Vermont. Yet in 2017, they vacationed in California without incident. Quaid and his wife planned to make Vermont their permanent home as his wife grew up there. So I guess he's not in Canada anymore.
Beautiful.
They're living in Vermont. How about that? The two best places to go and not get sent to prison are Argentina in the 40s and Vermont in the 2010s.
Now.
If only Hitler and Goebbels had gone to Vermont.
Vermont. You know it means Green Mountain.
Does it?
Yeah.
In Swahili?
Yep. In Urdu.
In Urdu. Of course. Of course.
Lovely state. Never been to it, but seems nice.
I feel like you'd be bored there.
I feel like you'd be bored, but it feels safe there. If you catch my drift, how do you say it? It stays white out later.
Nobody has to lock their doors.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about who your daughter's going on a date with.
Yeah, who's your daughter going out with? Bernie Sanders? That's fine. You're good.
The top 1% are stealing all the piss and shit and
Piss
cum.
and shit and cum.
I can't imagine there's anything to do in Vermont. Much like noted friend in real life and probably definitely not friend of the podcast, Mr. Stevie Ray West, who yesterday when I talked to him, because it was our 14th anniversary of friendship, according to Facebook,
Nice.
Was in Amarillo, Texas. And I said, oh, what the fuck is there to do in Amarillo, Texas?
You could visit Terry Funk in hospice.
And I said, other than Terry Funk's Chicken Ranch. And he
Chicken Ranch?
And he said, other than getting barbecue, nothing.
I bet the barbecue's really good, though.
Barbecue looked really good. I saw a picture of it. But there's lots of places I feel like I don't need to go to.
Yeah.
Like Vermont.
I'm fine with all of New England. All of New England that isn't Boston is nice.
Boston. Although, in Boston, Scott, you get an N pass.
That's
you
true.
automatically get an N pass, especially if you're at a Red Sox game.
You get an N pass if you go to Fenway.
I love going to Fenway and calling your own team's players the N-word. The team you grew up supporting.
The team you love.
You have a Red Sox World Series champion tattoo on both arms. Maybe also a calf.
What are we talking? 0407?
0407.
Boom.
But there's
sports.
But you got a second 07 because you were so jazzed about a second title, but you still call your own players the N-word to their faces,
to their goddamn
sitting
faces.
in the stands and yelling at Mookie Betts that he's a no good beep.
Well, Mookie can bet that I'm going to call him the N-word.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And I think also everyone who visits Boston is allowed to blind one Vietnamese man in a hate crime.
But
only one. And only one eye.
Only one eye, yeah. He has to be
Don't
able
get
to
greedy.
still see afterwards, or else it's a crime.
I mean, see as no.
Have depth perception.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop myself halfway.
I see where you're going.
In joking about Asian people's sight.
I see where you're going.
Everyone sees.
I approve.
Everyone sees. I don't need to do. Everyone sees except that one Asian guy, but everyone else sees. So we don't even need to do the bit.
What if I just do one?
Exactly, and that's what Mark Wahlberg said to himself when he blinded a Vietnamese man.
Marky Mark, what a guy.
He would have stopped 9/11.
You know what? He woulda. He woulda, coulda, and shoulda. Except for, he doesn't have to.
Doesn't have to, and also definitely wouldn't have.
Yeah, you don't know that. If he was on one of those planes, you're telling me Marky Mark's not gonna kick some ass?
He was
Scott, he was in Deepwater Horizon.
This was years, but what high was he riding in 2001? Boogie Nights?
The Replacement Killers?
Sure.
No. Not that. No, he's not in the Replacement Killers. He's in the other one.
Fear?
Fear's good. Fear's good.
I feel like that's 96 or so.
What am I trying to pull here? Hey,
what are you trying to pull?
Podcast. Why don't you tell me
Podcast. Why don't you tell me what Mark Wahlberg did before 9/11?
No, it's the Yards. The Yards. I was trying to pull the Yards.
Don't know the Yards.
It's fine.
High praise.
Or is he? He's in. No, the Yards. No. Sorry.
The longest.
I was thinking of the 1999 Mark Wahlberg Chow Yun Fat vehicle, The Corruptor. That's what I was thinking.
Sounds like a movie.
Although The Yards is also a Mark Wahlberg movie, but it's not what I was thinking of.
Okay.
The Yards stars Marky Mark, and I believe Joaquin Phoenix and Charlize Theron. And our boy, friend of the show, Jimmy Kahn. Jimmy. And I guess also The Perfect Storm, and he was probably filming Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Planet
of the Apes. What a dumb ending.
I'll go down a fucking hole on Planet of the Apes.
I definitely will openly admit on this podcast.
No.
In the year 2001,
no.
I liked Planet of
the Apes. No! The ending!
I was 15.
I was a baby, but I understood that it was stupid.
15-year-old me actually enjoyed the majority of Planet of the Apes.
No.
And I remember coming...
what?
going to completion
To ape Helena Bonham Carter?
To Estella Warren, who was like the big up-and-comer at the time, and I was also
never did anything
a
again?
big up-and-comer. And then she just disappeared.
Are you sure it wasn't to ape Helena Bonham Carter?
No, because I hate Helena Bonham Carter.
But as an ape.
No.
Any better?
She was a cat.
Sure.
She was a kitty.
Planet of the Cats?
Planet of the Cats. Planet of the big cats. House cats, whatever.
Yeah.
Big cats, sure.
Yeah.
I want a bunch of saber-toothed women running around, rounding up human beings and using them for experiments, and also to fuck.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me that in a world where the apes are in charge, they're not secretly fucking the humans.
No, it's
a real plantain situation.
It's Planet of the Rapes.
Planet of the Rapes. Planet of the Ape Rapes.
Yeah.
Oh, he was saying grape ape.
That is not what I heard the first time. Do we need to circle back to Abducted in Plain Sight?
We absolutely can.
Okay.
We absolutely can.
How did we get there? Oh, your lifestyle.
Because of my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And my song.
That guy, what an abs... Look, I don't agree with everything he did.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do something, do it well. And he did.
If you're going to do it, you use the church as your cover.
Yeah.
And you make sure that it's your neighbors who would never suspect you of doing anything ever.
Yeah, you make a child marry you.
Yep.
And you make her dad jerk you off in the car.
Nothing ballsier than that.
Can you even imagine?
That goes with the conversation we had like a couple episodes ago of just like, how can you be interested in fucking a child, but also having another man jerk you off? Those don't go to. I mean, other than the power.
That's it. I don't know if this guy is even a traditional pedophile. I think it is power all the way down.
I guess, but like for me personally,
maybe it's just me, but for me,
maybe it's just me, but for me personally, if I wanted to have sex with underage females.
This will make a good clip.
I'm also not interested in having another grown man put his like rough, big, thick
calloused
hands on my dick and jerk it off. Like those things don't go together.
But the power.
First you get the power, then you get the hand.
More power. Then you're Tim Allen.
And then you gotta make a bunch of Christmas movies to make up for all the bad things you did in the 80s.
Make up for when you fucking ratted on your co-conspirators in that massive coke bust.
Yeah. And then you get to Santa.
Tim Allen, snitch.
Yeah, he's a snitch.
Fucking snitch. Because they got busted with, I'm gonna say, 1,700 pounds of cocaine. And he served like 3 weeks in jail.
He got house arrest.
I'm pretty sure the people with him were executed. He turned so fast. Like, it was a giant bust. It was really big.
He got busted for possession of 650 grams, so 1.43 pounds.
Okay.
He pled guilty to felony drug trafficking charges and provided the names of other dealers in exchange for a sentence of 3 to 7 years rather than a possible life imprisonment.
Yeah.
That was 1978. He was paroled.
I bet he served less than the 3.
He was paroled in 1981.
Did he serve the 3 years?
Well, I mean, he was arrested.
Okay, so it's probably some
like
trial shit and whatnot.
After serving
but maybe 2 years.
2 years and 4 months.
Okay.
In Minnesota. And then Oh, there's actually a link to providing the names. Oh, it just goes to high-profile informants.
I wonder if that's where he came up with his Toolman character in jail.
The Toolman character would have been great if he was in like police protective custody and like they gave him a new identity, except for the fact that he was on television.
the one thing we overlooked. It's the perfect cover, except he's on TV all the time.
He also
So I wonder if his like ape grunting was a callback to prison. Like maybe his cellmate made that during special times.
Special times. So apparently, I didn't know this about him. He so like obviously he's a Republican and he was a very big supporter of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But since the Capitol attacks, he's actually sort of skewed a little bit away from it because he says it's made it embarrassing to be a conservative because of all those retards. So like he's actually pushed more towards the center now.
It'd be cool if more people said that. More people should be embarrassed.
Like a man who literally gave money to Trump's campaign.
Yeah.
And then 4 or 5 years later was like, oh man, we're all retards. Like, fuck.
Damn it. They got me. Damn it. They tricked me. I'm pretty sure Last Man Standing, his newer show that no one has ever seen an episode of.
Well, Middle America.
Has run more seasons than Home Improvement.
194 episodes, 10 years.
I don't think Home Improvement did 10.
Sorry. And Home Improvement
I bet it was 8.
8.
Boom.
But 204 episodes.
Longer seasons.
More episodes, but less years. I feel like Last Man Standing was like a blogger or something, but he was like a right-wing blogger.
I think he was a conservative blogger in a house full of women.
Yeah.
Like his wife
and his daughters.
His wife was a woman. His daughter was a woman.
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then
sounds like a cool show.
Sure.
Sounds like
it was on ABC.
Wonder if it got canceled.
Got canceled by ABC.
Fox saved it.
Picked it up. So it had 7 seasons on ABC. Even though it was the second highest rated sitcom of the 2016-17 season, they did not renew it.
So people were actually watching this show. I underestimate Middle America.
No, but it was the second highest rated sitcom of the season on ABC.
Oh, that's not as good.
I don't know if that means like, and then Fox picked it up.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was second highest on network, which.
He's not a blogger. He's a senior executive and director of marketing for an outdoor sporting goods chain based in Denver. His home life is initially filled with his wife, his 3 daughters, and a grandson, but later extends to the young men who are married to or are dating his daughters.
Are there any sitcom characters whose jobs aren't in marketing or advertising?
Or something like that?
Like every single one. It's so lazy.
Yeah, not really. What's, do you know who his business partner is? Hector Elizondo. Oh, interesting news. What's that Cedric the Entertainer show, The Neighborhood? What's he in that?
What's who in that?
What's Cedric the Entertainer? Is he
He's probably an advertising
agent?
I'm going to say,
I like conversations about shows we've never
Junior
seen.
VP of marketing. Black VP of marketing.
Black VP of marketing.
Who else is in that? That's that.
I don't know, Max Juberg.
That's the one. That's honestly what I was thinking. The guy with the big mouth.
The big Jewy guy. Jewy Jewerson.
Who was he? Was he a new girl?
Yeah, he was a new girl.
Was he the new girl?
He was the new girl. He was also apparently in Modern Men, Ugly Betty, and Veronica Mars.
He was in Veronica Mars.
Which
makes him good.
Cedric the Entertainer owns an auto repair shop called Calvin's Pit Stop.
What is this, fucking Sanford and Sons? Get out. Also, I just gave Sanford some more sons. But don't know why that happened,
but Max Greenfield is a professional conflict mediator and a graduate of university. in the show.
A graduate of university?
Western Michigan.
Okay. That's very
So
vague.
it sounds like the premise is that he moves from the Midwest to L.A., something.
I can't believe that people are different colors there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You know what? Too many mixes. I want to keep them separate. Or
separate but equal.
No,
who's mad at separate but equal?
Actually,
it sounds nice.
In all honesty, if you were to separate everybody into their own little areas,
Offspring style, gotta keep them separated.
But everybody gets like equal everything.
Everyone gets nice stuff.
How would you not be happy with that?
Right.
It's like complaining about sitting at the back of the bus. Only old people and retards sit at the front of the bus.
We saved the nice spot for you.
If you don't want to sit at the back, I'll sit at the back.
I'll sit there.
Yeah. And
if I have to wear blackface to sit at the back, then I'll do it.
But only half.
Only half.
Only the half that faces into the bus. The face that faces out the window can just stay the same. So
people who see you driving by are like, oh, there's Steve.
Look at that nice white man. But then people getting on the bus, they go, the blackface is in the back. I gotcha. Registered blackface. You get a card that states you're allowed to sit at the back of the bus, but you have to paint half your face black.
That's
Roddy
fair.
Piper style.
And you'd really have to decide what your favorite side to sit on is.
Well, you can rotate every time.
I guess.
Get a little bit of sun on this side, then you sit on the other side.
I guess you don't want an uneven tan.
No, because then you're going to just be white and slightly tan.
Except when
you're on the bus.
Except when you're black.
Except for when you're on the bus.
Yeah.
Well, no, because black people don't get to do they don't get to do half face.
They could if they wanted to.
Yeah, they get the back.
No, as part of separate but equal, black people get to do half
Black
face.
people get to do white face.
Everyone gets to do everything.
Ghost face.
They get to do ghost face. That's how we got the Wu-Tang Clan.
But then they better look out because they might get killed. If they're white face, they might get killed.
True.
Ghost face killers.
Ghost face killers.
Are I possible?
Ghostface?
Yeah.
No,
he's still alive. Okay.
He's kicking.
I know ODB's dead, and one of the other ones is dead too.
Maybe one of the
lesser known
lessers. No Rizzes or Jizzes or anything.
Well, of course not. RZA's too busy making kung fu movies, and Jizza's too busy
RZA
coming everywhere.
Loves kung fu.
He loves it. He loves it.
It's really cool.
Ghostface Killer.
My favorite Ghostface thing.
51. They are fucking old.
Yep. My favorite Ghostface thing is that I don't know if he still does it because it was several years ago when I saw it, but he every year he would put out his top 10 softest rappers.
Yeah. And it's almost always Wheelchair Jimmy.
I mean, yeah, the one year the top 3 were Drake, Wheelchair Jimmy, and Drake. I believe he accused his he described his music as dropping straight vagina bombs. Ghostface rocks.
Ghostface rocks. ODB wants to know that he changed his name from Dirt McGirt to the Old Dirty Chinese Restaurant. It's perfect. It's perfect.
That Chappelle Show.
That was a question that came up at work, which was just like out of nowhere, somebody said, Drew, who are the 5 greatest rappers of all time? And no one else in the group knew the joke.
Yeah.
So I said it and everyone was confused. Dylon, because I spit hot fire.
Yeah.
And then I waited a few seconds and I just yelled, "You're too close, man!"
and choked him.
I tried to choke him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
shutting down the studio unless you go to Brooklyn and you get me breast milk from a Cambodian immigrant.
Breast milk, you made my day.
There's an entire generation of kids
that hasn't seen Chappelle Show.
Hasn't seen it.
It's crazy.
And if they do see it, I imagine will lose their goddamn minds about how not PC it is.
It's not woke.
It's not. It's the opposite of woke.
Which
is funny.
which last I checked is funny. The first sketch
Yeah, is a black white
is a
supremacist
blind black white supremacist
who divorces his wife
because she's
love her
because she loves something, which is one of the best punchlines in sketch comedy history.
Absolutely.
Because it was the postscript to the whole thing. Because it was a long sketch.
Yeah, it was almost the whole episode.
It was like probably half the episode. Yeah. And yeah, it was the postscript to the whole story of Clayton Bigsby, and then and he upon discovering everything, and he later divorced his wife because she was, and then the white guy just blasts it hard R, the white narrator.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It's the best. It's the best.
And then at the time, like Rick James and all that got overquoted, like any popular thing does, but it doesn't mean it's not great. It got overquoted because it is great.
Because it is great.
Yeah.
It's no different than like Pickle Rick.
It's Pickle Rick.
It's the same thing, but it just so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I like that it got the Chappelle requested it get taken off Netflix
because he wasn't getting a dime for it.
Yeah, it was Netflix. Or
it was Netflix.
Yeah,
and then they paid him.
Yeah,
and got it back.
Yeah,
so awesome.
Good.
King.
So good.
Because he needed more money. I mean, you should get paid for your work, honestly, but he was already very rich.
Yeah,
Comedy Central gave him $50 million to not make any more Chappelle's show. Yeah. I mean, he was supposed to, but instead he clicked his heels 3 times and went back to Africa.
Do you want to see Halle Berry's tits from Swordfish? Yes, I do. God, that show's great.
Yeah,
I think I'm due for a rewatch on it.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a long time.
I haven't actually sat down and watched it in a while.
Yeah, the Wayne Brady one got quoted a lot too.
Sure,
and that was so good.
Which I saw before I saw Training Day, which is fun.
That's funny.
That's
funny. Am I gonna have to get out of this? I'm gonna have to get out this car and break a bitch. No, it's okay. It's okay. All right, hose. Thank Dave. Thank you, Dave. You like your show. Run, bitch! Run! I like a podcast where we just quote Chappelle's show. Maybe that should be the next season. It's just us quoting Chappelle.
Just saying things we liked from Chappelle's show.
I like the popular copy one where it's like, I want to talk to the manager. I'm the manager. What do you want to talk about? I'm like, so good. Yeah.
What was the slogan, pop copy? Is it just because fuck you?
Because fuck you. Yeah. Fucking Rappaport.
Love Rappaport.
Like tons of Bill Burr in it. Like,
yep, Bill Burr with hair.
Yeah. And then her wife threw her tits in my hands. It was weird. You grabbed her tits. Somebody shut that dog up.
Yeah, we could go on forever on that.
We really could.
Should we go back to local politics?
We can go back to local politics.
Did you get a flyer today?
I got 2 flyers today. I got one for the Green Party and one for the NDP.
Okay, so Green Party, go ahead and throw your vote away. NDP, however,
I believe I'll vote for a third party. I voted for Kodos.
Where are you going?
Get in the Green Party.
Is there anything good on it?
Well, the guy's name is fucking stupid.
Oh, is that Greer?
No.
Oh no, is Greer the NDP?
Breen.
Pardon me, Breen.
Like Neil Breen. So the as we stated,
Green Party is our furthest left environmental party,
which is so much further left than your left, America.
You can't even imagine.
You can't even imagine. So the guy who's running in my area, his first name is Alaric.
No.
Alaric.
What is he? What kind of?
Well, he appears to be white.
What kind of guy would you describe him as?
He appears to be white.
Last name? Let's dox him.
Pai.
Pi.
VAR.
Var.
INTA. Paivarinta.
Now that sounds Indian, but he doesn't look Indian.
He could be like a quarter. Or like maybe
some sort of quadroon.
Some kind of quadroon. Won't be voting for him because that's literally throwing your vote away.
Yeah. There's one spot on Vancouver Island where you can vote green and it counts.
And it counts. Or like
a couple, two.
Most. Like the upper part of the island is usually green.
Yeah, I guess
And then the southern part of the island is like a mixture of like NDP, Liberal, and some green.
Yeah.
This is how douchey left wing they are. The back side of the first of all, on the front, this brochure is made with 100% recycled paper.
Shut up.
And the back says, this brochure has been handled and delivered with the utmost care to COVID-19 safety precautions.
Okay.
What does that even
I'm glad
mean?
my flyer doesn't have COVID on it.
I'm glad that the flyer came in the regular mail.
Yeah. Was it in a hermetically sealed bag?
Like, are the mail carriers wearing hazmat suits?
Yeah.
I don't like their policies either. I think I'm right wing. I think I'm going conservative.
This is happening a lot.
But I can't
lately.
say what part of their stance I don't like because it'll make me sound racist.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say it to Scott off air and then yell it out car windows.
Yeah, but you guys know.
Now, the NDP,
Tell me about Breen.
the National Democratic Party.
So this is our furthest left party with national traction.
Who gets votes.
Yeah. They can't win, but they're a solid third.
They also, the one major part, main reason they can't win is that in places that it matters, they split the vote too much with Liberals and then sometimes Green Party.
Yeah.
Like, they usually, they can win BC.
Yes.
And
they are our provincial government.
Our provincial, and they can sometimes win maritime provinces. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But usually it's just BC. Because we're the libtards.
Yeah.
So the guy's name is Breen Ouellette. He looks dumb. Now, both of these brochures, they have stated. Well, this one says it's a call to action that Ottawa needs to act now.
Oh, I've always been an Ottawa should act later guy.
I'm always more for a let's get rid of Ottawa.
Okay.
Let's replace them. I'm a Chicoutimi kind of guy. Let's make it a French capital.
Okay, I'm a now this is more provincial politics than national, but I'm a let's move our provincial capital off an island because it's stupid.
Yeah, but it's a capital. Who cares?
I guess who cares?
Who cares?
Fine.
So
we'll table that until next time.
Oh, Scott.
What?
Andy, oh boy, you guys. They put the order different.
Oh.
So which one's right?
I don't know.
What's the correct terminology?
Well, let's go with what's written. Let's go as written.
But which one?
Who?
They're in different orders.
Sorry, does Green have it too?
Green has it too.
Well,
Green starts with LGBT.
Well, that's the standard. I kind of.
So they wrote it weird.
I was going to say, I kind of like the interesting spin that NDP's taken on it. So let's go with NDP. Also, they have the stronger national presence.
That is true. Green Party's not getting any votes. So, the 2S LGBTQ QIA+.
It's a lot. Okay, so let's unpack that. So, 2S, the 2 and the S are Two-Spirit?
Two-Spirit.
So... Okay, so natives in denial about being
Scott,
gay.
Let's not throw out the hard N here.
I can think of a harder N.
Okay, fine. Let's throw out the hard N.
Native Canadians, First Nations, Indigenous Aboriginals, Abos. Can I say Abos? I don't think I can say that.
Chuggers.
No, okay. Okay. So...
Where were we?
So Native Canadians who are in denial about being gay get 2 letters in the acronym.
They get 2.
They're the only ones who get 2.
But you can be lesbian and gay because it's the same thing.
That's true.
So they get 2.
But I don't know. Because I've only seen it as 2 before. Also, I don't even think the 2 should be there. Because it's stupid. It's just the culture is homophobic, and their weird workaround is to call it 2 spirit. 1 spirit's totally straight. Dead butch gets mad pussy. The other spirit likes to kiss boys, and that's the spirit that's, I don't know, operating things 100% of the time. That's
the second spirit is driving.
Yeah.
And the first spirit just gets to hang out in the back with a bunch of chicks.
Inside of you are 2 wolves. One is gay, the other is gay. You're gay.
You're gay. The amount of homophobia and racism on tonight's episode.
Oh, this racism is killing me inside. Chappelle Show.
Yeah. It's not.
Chappelle Show, a sketch I can't even tell you the name of.
Yeah, I can't either.
No, I know what it is. I can't say it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
The Family.
Yeah. A lot of white people get to say that word on that show.
Yeah.
I guess when you're Dave Chappelle and you're running the show, you get to get people
I
what
guess
they want.
when Bush is president, things are awesome.
It is a Bush.
It's the Bush.
It's Bush. It's cool Bush. My guy just wants to be a fighter pilot. Wants to dress up and be a fighter pilot. It's my favorite thing.
And do paintings.
And do paintings, bad paintings.
Okay, 2S. Then the standard LGBTQ. We agree that you don't actually need L and G, because L is just girl G. And G is unisex, unisex.
What's the difference between G and Q?
I don't know, where queer fits into it. I don't know what is different about queer than the rest.
If you were going off of my entire formative teenage years, queer and gay mean the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't... somebody explain the difference. Should I look it up? Will that give us the answer, or will we just be more confused than when we were...
It could be that.
Well, I like being confused.
Sexually?
I'm a little bike curious.
Well, that's one of the things in the acronym.
There you go.
We're coming to that next. But first, what's up with the first Q? Also, is it wise to put both Q's together in the thing?
Q. I don't know.
Or...
Oh, here we go. If I needed another reason
If
I needed another reason to turn myself right wing,
if I needed one more reason to stop being gay, it's this.
According to this.
Uh-huh. I like that you're mad at it.
I'm so fucking mad at it. According to the outrightactioninternational.org.
Sure.
Gay only refers to gay men.
Only men are gay.
Only gay men. Lesbians are gay women.
I mean, if that's
gay are gay men.
If that's true, you can have L and G.
Correct.
I'll allow it, but watch yourself, counselor.
And queer is often used as an umbrella term.
As if you just act kind of fruity.
Referring to anyone who's not straight and not cisgender.
Okay, so anything that isn't cishet.
Yes.
Okay.
So in theory, you don't need lesbian or gay.
Yeah.
You just need queer.
You just need Q.
That's it.
Q's like an umbrella.
As it says, it is an umbrella term.
Huh.
So
or since it's gay, maybe a parasol more than an umbrella.
A parasol.
'Cause it's fancier.
Yeah. So lesbian, gay, bisexual.
Yeah. Which bisexual? That's an interesting one to get into too, because for each gender, it's very different. Because for men, there are no bisexual men.
No.
There are gay men.
Yes.
I was like, it's a line I use all the time. I don't actually know who it's attributed to. I can't remember, but you've definitely heard me say it before. I looked up bisexual in the dictionary, and it said "see gay,"
yeah,
which is 100% correct. And conversely, almost all women are bisexual. Like, all women are one vodka tonic away from kissing a girl.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Quick sidebar. It is 1000% gayer to suck a dick than get fucked in the ass.
Okay.
Ass, you're not doing anything.
That's true. The action.
Sucking is you actively using your body to get a dick off.
One of them you can get tricked into. The other one
of them can be forced upon you.
There is intent.
Yeah. One of them can be forced upon you and you're actually not doing anything.
Yeah.
The other one, you are creating suction with your mouth.
The other bisexual thing I learned just yesterday, day before, from our gay friend in Australia, is that, because I thought only straight guys were mean to guys who said they were bisexual and said, "No, dude, you're just gay." Apparently, gay guys do the same thing to guys who say they're bisexual. Nice. They're just as mean. Nice. And like, look, I know gay guys are mean. That's their whole thing. I just didn't know that they're mean to bisexuals, which is very funny.
I do like that a lot.
They're getting it from both sides of the aisle.
They are getting it from both sides.
Mm. Well, actually, they're not, because they're just gay.
That is correct. Okay, so 2 spirit.
Yep.
Which we agree you don't need that.
Which we agree is too many letters.
Yes.
For that.
LGBTQ, which again is 2 letters too many.
Yeah.
If you have queer and it's an umbrella statement, you don't need L and G.
Yeah. Or B and T? If Q covers all non-cis het, I mean, it's very general.
Bisexual implies you are also having sex with the other.
True.
Which means you're a cis het, sort of.
And also, if you're a man, are lying.
Yes. And then obviously T for trans.
Yeah.
Which
we'll give you that one.
We give you trans. And then Q for queer.
Who saw that coming, by the way? Us being totally cool with trans and moving on. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. We're progressive, Scott. We are progressive.
This is a woke podcast.
This is the wokest podcast.
This is a socialist woke podcast.
Socialist. We are pro-trans. We are anti-Israel. We are pro-Bush.
We are confusing.
We are confusing. We are openly homophobic, but also openly gay.
Also pretty gay. We think Bush is the best president.
Bush is the best president.
We vote as far left as we can.
Yeah. Unless brochures make you angry, then you vote as far right as you can.
Unless brochures turn you off and you're the one conservative vote in the gayest part of maybe the country.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I would say so.
There's probably the Toronto Village and here are the 2 gayest neighborhoods in Canada.
In Canada? Yeah, absolutely. So Q. The second Q.
Questioning.
Which kind of sounds like bisexual to me.
It's non-committal.
I guess
it's very wishy-washy.
I guess you're not actively having sex with someone else.
Yeah, you're like,
you're
I
questioning
gay?
Who you want to have sex with.
Am I a gay?
Am I one of those gays?
Yeah.
And then the I
intersex
is for intersex.
AKA
oh boy. Oh boy.
No. No, here. Intersex, legitimate. Second thing I was going to say, not great. It's a legitimate thing. Like what I was going to say was nothing against the intersex. So if you're intersex, good luck. I mean, it seems like a complicated life, but it's 100% legitimate.
And asexual.
Me a lot of the time.
Yeah, that one is valid.
Sure.
That one we keep.
It's valid, but does it get to go on that spectrum?
I don't think so.
That's the thing. It's different than the rest.
Yeah, it's not necessarily...
Like, adding asexual is really just making it an everything that is not specifically heterosexual all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, asexual is very different than everything else on that list.
Yeah. Because asexual isn't... Asexual has nothing
I'm
to do...
I'm a sexual person who would like to have sex with you.
There you go. Asexual isn't a specific...
alignment.
Who you identify as a sexual human being.
Yeah.
Or who you're interested in having sex with.
Yeah.
It's about not being sexual.
It's about thinking genitals are gross.
But I don't even think is it about...
I don't think it's
I mean, I'm sure there's some people that think that genitals are gross, that are asexual, but it's about, like...
As a non-penetrative bottom, where do you stand?
Where do I stand? Yeah, exactly. Because for me, it's like, being asexual sometimes, in my mind, is... There are things in your life that are more important than focusing on sex.
Like gaming.
Or like working way too many hours in a day, or like being a content creator.
Yeah.
And that, to you, that is more gratifying and rewarding than trying to get your dick greasy. Or getting your dick poopy.
Collecting Generation 4 My Little Pony dolls.
I think that you're speaking of someone specifically. And good for them?
I think I was speaking about Chris Chan.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the big Chris Chan controversy right before the much bigger one more recently.
Could you
being really mad at Generation 5 My Little Pony?
Mm-hmm. Oh, mental illness, what a thing.
It's great.
Could you imagine how big my movie collection would be?
If
how
you
much
were a
bigger
My Little Pony fan?
If I wasn't so busy constantly getting it wet?
That's true. Man, if this was your only sex, damn.
This room would be full. But also I'd be living by myself and maybe happier.
Yep. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of column A, a little bit of less column B.
Yep.
B standing for bitch. JK,
if anyone's listening.
And then finally we end with plus, which I think means ally, right? It means an ally.
Sort of
the
ally
LGBTQ.
and sort of, if we forgot anything,
so
throw that in there too.
Does that mean the plus is also the F that's missing?
I guess the plus would include the F. And so let's talk about the F. In what universe does furry not get to be on that list?
Yeah.
Come on.
But is furry a fetish thing and not a sexual thing? But like, not like an identity, like a sexual identity. Because like you can be a furry and be anything on that spectrum.
Yes.
But you could also be like Chinese and be anywhere on that spectrum.
Let's put a C on there.
For shit.
Two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, asexual, Chinese.
This is what I've broken it down to. BTQIAF.
That's the new one. I broke it down to BTS, my favorite K-pop band.
Bi, trans, straight.
That covers it. That's everyone.
How about GTS, gay, trans, straight? There you go. That's perfect.
Done.
Yeah, you don't need all these 9 other things.
Or go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep. Bi, trans, queer, intersex, asexual, furry. There you go. Done. That's the new one.
Yeah. Now, Adam, my Sunday stream co-host, and husband, minor point, will does claim that the F should be on there because often homophobia comes up on the stream, as it is wont to do.
Oh, you don't say.
You don't say?
P.S.
Because
I'm most of those people.
Because I'm on it. So whenever something particularly homophobic comes up, Adam was like, I'm gay so I can say it, and Scott's a furry, and that's good enough.
Well, what's the ratio of gay furry to straight furry? Like 90-10?
The official numbers...
You've calculated them?
I've been I did some research this past weekend. Although this weekend actually skewed things.
Yeah.
But...
it was an oddity, though. It was a real Kurgan.
From the rest of my experience, yes, but I'm hoping we come across more out of these because it was a good one.
It was a Kurgan or a Golga.
It might have even been a giant Silva.
Wow.
But the numbers that I see are, I think it 25 straight, 25 gay, 50 bi. So in practice, 25 straight, 75 gay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's apparently about what it is. But yeah, at the con I was at this weekend, not in terms of sexuality, but in terms of gender, way more women than usual.
The Jimmy Con?
Bitches ever. The Jimmy.
You saw our buddy Jimmy?
I saw our boy Jimmy Con.
Was our buddy Bob there too? Bob De Niro?
It was a con.
It was a con.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, I hope that exists. But no Scots. Jimmy only.
No, only Jimmy.
Yeah, no Scott cons.
Get out of here, you loser.
You loser. Go back to Hawaii 5-0.
But yeah, went to a party that was like 50% women. I'm like, they exist. Because from experience, all the furry get-togethers, giant sausage fest.
Yeah.
Just
mostly men.
Just a disaster.
And when there are women involved, there is a cocoon.
A protective layer.
A cocoon of gay men.
A protective layer of gay men around them. Preventing
from trying to
any
penetrate.
rogue straight men such as myself from making the slightest bit.
Such as myself. Get
the slightest bit of contact with that woman. But yeah, so shout out to Furvana in Ocean Shores, Washington.
The success rate of straight furries hooking up with female furries at fur cons is like a minuscule percentage.
Zero? Probably zero.
Yeah, I would say that like you're going into
aside from going there with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as far as like two people who went, like a straight guy and straight girl who went there separately. We're still waiting on the first
0.0001%.
By the law of averages, it has to happen eventually.
Yeah, or like just has never happened in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
HasEverHappened.com, no.
No.
One quick, very small side note that I before we actively get to the thing,
if you insist,
is that I'm this second I'm going to settle an argument that
was yes
that was placed in the hockey locker room last
night. On air taste test.
After
is this part of Drew's minor league hockey corner? Seeing as you were playing minor league hockey?
I was playing men's league hockey, but okay.
Were you playing hockey with minors?
I was not. It's adults only.
Is it dudes only?
It's dudes only.
Okay.
Although there used to be girls that played, but
those days are over.
Those days are over.
We gamer-gated them right out of here.
There was a heated debate on whether or not Gatorade or Powerade is better. Now, myself, I'm a Gatorade man. It's not like I specifically have a devotion to Gatorade. I just always gravitate to Gatorade.
I gravitate to Gatorade Frosts.
Okay,
is what I gravitate to. I like the muted pastels of the colors.
Okay,
they speak to me.
Yeah,
they're not so bright and in your face.
Much like the Powerades.
Much like the Powerades are loud. I tell you, when Powerade came out in the 90s, I was all over it because hey, it's a new thing and I'm dumb. Yeah. But I currently
concur with both.
Currently, I would say if I'm buying a sports beverage, it's more often Gatorade than not. But here, so you had Gatorade yesterday.
I had Gatorades yesterday.
What are we talking flavor-wise? Are we talking blue? Are we talking red?
Well, when I'm playing on the bench, I like to have classic original yellow.
Yellow. I like classic original yellow.
Me too.
It's good.
And I associate it with playing hockey because as a kid, you get the powder one, you put it in your water bottle.
Yeah.
There you go. And then on the way home, I had a white.
Is the white cherry?
Cherry.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do have a lot of Gatorades. So the argument was, I would say 70% Gatorade and
what's that about 30 power?
30% power, or like 25% Powerade.
5 abstain?
And 5% of, like, I don't have an opinion.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere in there. So today I decided I don't even know the last time I had a Powerade was, and I don't even think I ever really look at the Powerades. I just go right to the Gatorade. So I picked up a Powerade melon pineapple that I didn't even realize was a flavor.
Now that's not what I would have picked up because I love pineapple, don't like melon, so I wouldn't have got that.
You don't know what kind of melon it is. You don't like any melons. You like a cantaloupe?
No. I don't like any melons.
Have you ever had a Gallia?
Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus Christ.
I work in the produce department. You
can't say that. I'll get fired. Oops. They're listening.
I didn't say where. A general produce department.
What about a Tuscan? You don't like a Tuscan melon?
Is it from Tuscany?
No, it's also just kind of a honeydew.
Fuck off then.
Fucking
fruit salad filler.
You eat around it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, since the Gatorade is fresh in my brain from yesterday because I drank 2.
Now, as far as your Powerade experience so far, you did have an issue with it in the opening of it.
Well, the only thing I noticed was when I opened it, and usually with a Gatorade, you open it and you have to remove the seal that's over the opening.
You got to peel them off.
Whereas the Powerades, you don't.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of like, I don't know if I like that, but you can tell if the seal
have to break the plastic
of the lid has been broken. So not only is the lid sealed, but the cap that goes over the nozzle is also locked. So
the nozzle.
It's double lock, so you can't get in. But I wasn't too thrilled about there not being a protective cap.
Maybe they can make it up in the second half.
Well, maybe. So, live on air, here we go, testing the Powerade.
Get sucking. Texture, chewiness.
Nah, I like Gatorade better.
Gatorade's better. Richness of flavor.
Yeah, flavor's not as great as Gatorade, and this tastes like something mixed in water.
And Gatorade tastes like
like sugar.
A cohesive drink.
It just tastes like sugar. But yeah, it tastes like a made product. This is like, okay, fill the bottle with water, put the powder in, okay, ship it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as flavor's not that strong, and
it's more watery than Gatorade.
Yeah,
Gatorade's got a better chew to it.
The chew is much better on a Gatorade.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants this leftover Powerade, you can come pick it up.
Maybe
I'll leave it here on the counter.
Maybe it'll be the prize for the secret message.
The prize for the secret message is
a mostly full Gatorade.
The 2-sip
Powerade.
I had melon pineapple. But anyways, that debate's been settled. It's Gatorade.
Verdicts? Gatorade.
Not even close. I miss a sour apple. I haven't missed sour apple in a while.
Oh yeah.
Those Gatorade sour apples are good.
A real bright green. A deep green.
Deep green.
Yeah.
Deep V.
I got a deep V right now. That's a regular V. I don't want to get fancy.
Yeah, you're not.
Who am I trying to impress?
You're not a fancy boy. So we have come
last in your house
to the very final WWF in your house, in my house. Or in general, unless we want to do the bad NXT or the lame NXT ones. But
no.
We did say we were doing all the in your houses, and those are in your houses.
No.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
No,
he's not home. I don't know. This show was good and bad.
I didn't hate it.
There was two really good matches.
Is it In Your House St. Valentine's Massacre or In Your House St. Valentine's Day Massacre?
It says St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
I want to get it right when I write it down.
Yeah. From the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee.
Cool looking building. It's a real pyramid.
Yeah, it is really cool. The attendance was 19,000.
I mean, it's 99. They're making money hand over fist right now.
I'll fist you. What?
Huh. That was less innuendo and more just threat of sexual assault.
Well, I'm going to sexually assault you with
Did
my
you know
fist.
that it's illegal to say I'm going to kill the president?
Did you know that the president is in the Hall of Fame?
Did you know that the president was in the Hall of Fame? A phrase that got us across the border for 4 years.
Yep. Three white guys in a car, and we mentioned the president's in the Hall of Fame.
What do you mean you're going down for wrestling?
Please,
you know that the president's in the WWE Hall of Fame, right? Oh, go right through, sir.
Oh, please.
Please bring drugs.
Please smuggle these across the border. Who cares? When are you guys coming back? Doesn't matter. I don't care. Presents to the Hall of Fame.
You know what? Come back when it feels good.
If it feels good, do it. Even if you shouldn't.
Don't let people mess you around.
We get a very amazing intro of the buildup of Vince and Austin.
Yes.
That is like, I don't know what, fucking Shirley Temple?
It's like 40s music, black and white.
Yeah, with like a little girl singing about going crazy.
Driving me crazy.
Driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
No, it wasn't Britney Spears.
this feud is great.
Yes.
Like everything in the build-up package where like the very like infamous of the corporation holding Austin down in the corner while Vince just like jaw jacks in his face and Austin can't do anything, or then the bang gun and Vince pissing himself,
classic,
and the beating him up with the bedpan and like punching him in the broken ankle while Vince is screaming. Like everything about it is amazing. It's so good.
And like we were saying, it doesn't make sense how Vince McMahon, in theory the same guy, I don't think he died and they replaced him with a different Vince McMahon.
Oh, he's not the Undertaker or the Ultimate Warrior?
Exactly. Vince McMahon is incapable of booking heels or baby faces, despite being like the best booked heel he ever had.
Yeah.
And like he's forgotten why it worked, because the babyface always kicked his ass and embarrassed him.
Yeah.
And people went home happy.
Always beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime Vince got one up on Steve would fucking get him right back.
Yeah. And like Vince would never like he would never fully kick Steve's ass.
No.
He would get like his goons, or it would just be like a one like cost him the title and then run away.
Yeah.
Like, it was never a full-on kicking his ass, and then Steve would just beat the shit out of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's why it was perfect.
And the system worked.
And the system worked. But he's retarded now, and his brain's mush.
Yep.
And I also don't think he cares.
That's also part of it.
I also don't think he cares. He's making more money than he's ever made, and that's all that's important.
He's making more money than he's ever made making the worst product he's ever made.
Could you imagine how much money he would make if he made a good product?
It'd be amazing.
But he doesn't care.
Yeah, if he was doing like 1997 quality shit now, imagine all the additional money he'd be falling ass backwards into that he doesn't deserve.
That he doesn't deserve.
Peacock giving him $1 billion fucking dollars for the network.
Yeah.
Peacock, you're not going to recoup that.
Do they care?
I don't know.
What if it?
I guess everyone is just scrambling for content.
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is.
They really are, because nothing got made for so long.
Yeah.
That now they like need to panic buy everything.
Yeah, but like, you really think you're gonna make $200 million a year for each of the next 5 years in people who are just subscribing to Peacock for the WWE Network? Because that's what has to happen for this deal to make any financial sense.
No?
No is the answer.
I wasn't sure.
Drew,
I
you
wasn't
win.
Sure.
You get an honorary degree in economics from Howard.
Thank you.
A historically black university.
Do I get it taken away because I'm an anti-vaxxer?
You will get it taken away because you're an anti-vaxxer.
So, after the amazing intro...
By the way, getting honorary degrees taken away is very funny.
It's very funny.
We're taking away the thing you didn't earn in the first place.
Yeah, for something else...
Yeah.
That, like, non-educational related, but then you did something retarded and now you lose it.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the pay-per-view, as they're sort of like panning the crowd and showing the building, we had to rewind and go back.
Because I saw the first part of a sign that seemed like it could be funny.
Yeah, and it said China doesn't have.
Yeah.
And then he was like, go back. And I said to sit down to pee.
Perfect.
And we were like, oh, that's great. I hope that's a sign. And then paused back. We're like, oh, it was doesn't have the balls to beat Triple H. And we're like,
lame.
I like mine better.
Way better.
We should go to a show and take that sign.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll appreciate people. Do people even bring signs anymore? No.
Not a lot. There were some at AEW. Not a ton, but some.
I miss the days of Raws where it was all signs.
No one could see.
And no one didn't bring a sign.
Yeah. Every
Even
person
if it was
there
just
has a sign.
Brian is gay.
Yeah.
Or Austin 360.
I mean,
just a sign.
A lot of them were Brian is gay.
Yeah. Or
Brian is questioning.
Yeah, Brian is questioning.
Carlos is intersex.
Women's wimps fags. So the first match is Goldust versus Blue Dust,
What an
aka the Blue Meanie.
Can you believe Blue Meanie got signed to the WWF?
Got signed, got a pay-per-view match.
Yeah. Crazy.
Got to open a pay-per-view.
I mean, he's a delight. He's just not really a WWF guy.
No, not at all. So they show a highlight package of him, and he gets blue paint all over, like he dumps blue paint all over Goldust.
The late 90s, early 2000s, the golden age of dumping stuff on people in wrestling.
Which led to Scott saying, he blew himself.
It's very funny. You should have been there.
The match sucked. The Blue Dust was wearing the most disgusting thing ever.
Like an airbrushed short onesie.
Shorts onesie.
Yeah. It looked so cheap.
It looked horrible. Like how that stays on him the entire match.
Yeah, it was like loose on him.
Yeah, and like I was expecting to see like his balls.
Yeah.
Which we got to see.
Hoping.
We got to see his like flat ass at one point when Goldust gives him a wedgie and starts spanking him.
I love a big fat guy with no ass.
No ass. It's all gut and tits. Really, the only thing that happened, like Blue Dust missed a big moonsault.
Yeah.
Goldust,
great moonsault. He does him great. Yeah.
So Goldust set him up for the
curtain call.
No, for the Shattered Dreams.
Oh.
But of course, like, you know, Val Venus, Ken Shamrock, other people, a third wrestler.
A third example.
All can't get out of the Shattered Dreams. But Blue Dust apparently no problem getting out of it.
He's cracked the code.
Just takes his one leg out, gets his other leg out, and moves out of the way.
Yeah.
But then, he takes the absolute dog shit curtain call.
Not a lot of lift.
Doesn't jump, and Goldust can't get him up because he's too fat.
He's too fat.
It looks terrible. Gets the pin.
The end.
Then sets him up for the Shattered Dreams, and Blue Dust was way too far in front of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Blue Dust.
There's a lot of
so
Blue
a lot
Dust.
of him was sticking out in front of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, but he didn't nut him, so maybe he just doesn't have nuts. Maybe he's a eunuch. Possible.
He's an innie.
He's an innie.
Yeah.
He's so fat that his body needed more skin, so it pulled his penis in to give him more gut skin.
The body finds a way.
But, yeah, it does. The next match is the best match on the show. It's the hardcore title.
It's pretty
for
sick.
the vacant hardcore title.
Yes.
Al Snow and Bob Holly.
Because Road Dogg vacated it because ? We think he just didn't want to do hardcore matches anymore.
Even though he only had 3 matches, and one of them he won by DQ.
You know, like you do in hardcore matches.
It was good though. Like they started in the ring and they started just beating each other up, like stiff shots and throwing the guardrails and whatever. They end up brawling like all the way through the back of the arena, where they're just like picking up strategically placed shit everywhere and just clobbering each other. I think like Bob picks up like an empty soda cooler and just like kabonks him, throws him real hard into a garbage can that's up against a pillar in the back, like really hard. Then they end up fighting like through the door outside, and that's where things really pick up. So they end up brawling like all the way to the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Where at one point
it's interesting how quickly it goes from like a big sports arena to just the wilderness.
Just the wilderness and the river. Yeah.
In like half a block.
It was very quick.
Yeah.
At one point, while they're brawling on the street, Al just sort of like under his breath yells, "Turn on me, will ya?" And then just gives him a big shot, and then they brawl all the way over to this sort of like fenced off area where Al grabs a piece of barbed wire off the top of the fence and goes, "Let me introduce you to my girlfriend, Barbie Wire," and like puts it around Bob.
Al Snow was having fun.
Yeah, Al was really enjoying himself. So then they brawl.
And Bob Holly was having as much fun as Bob Holly can have, which is very little.
Yeah, very little. They end up brawling like all the way down to the water, where there's a wheelbarrow set up that Bob gets like bumped into, and then
I'm almost certain the plan was to knock Holly into the wheelbarrow and then do some sort of wheeling with him. But as soon as he falls in the wheelbarrow, it tips over and Snow gives up on it.
It's done, yeah. There was a very funny moment where there was just sort of like a pile of branches that had been stacked up neatly against this like cement barricade that Snow gets thrown into. Bop. And just like, it was silly.
Yeah.
So yeah, eventually Bob gets thrown in the river. There's like a tire like in the river.
Sure. Yep.
So Bob gets thrown in, and then he gets out, or he stands up, and
Snow dives at
Al
him.
dives in at him.
Yeah.
And sort of misses. But like, I
fight in the water for a while.
I would not want to go in the Mississippi.
Well, I wouldn't want to do the second one because they go in the Mississippi and then they brawl back out onto just like the ground and get all dirty. I'm like, as a man with pretty wrestling gear, who got to wear it this past weekend for the first time in 18 months, I'm thinking, I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not getting dirty. If you don't fucking bleed near me, don't do anything. Don't
have face paint.
Don't have face. You know what? Don't even look at me.
Don't even look at me.
This gear's for me. This makes me feel good.
Good. That's what
I don't need you fucking. I don't need you, another wrestler, fucking it up.
Don't sweat on me.
No.
Don't spit near me. Your shoes had better be clean.
Wipe your fucking shoes.
You know what? No shoes.
No shoes.
No shoes. Clean your feet. No shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the end of this is Bob takes like a bit. Well, first of all, Bob just kind of meanly throws Al into the bushes.
Bob doing something meanly?
Yeah, he just chucks him into the bushes.
Interesting.
Yeah, really off-brand for
noted bully Bob Holly.
For noted real human being's name, Thurman Plug.
That was his name.
That was his real name.
Sparky was the nickname.
Yeah.
His government name was Thurman Plug.
Great name. And then he picks up a big stick. He smacks Al in the back with it, and a piece breaks off and flies at the camera.
Hits the camera.
Yeah.
So like 4 inches up, cameraman's
guy's eyes.
face.
Yeah. So the finish is great. The finish is like there's a roll of chain link fence that Bob kind of gets Al down in and rolls him up in and just like lays on top of him, and Al can't kick out, which is kind of funny because Al's shoulder wasn't really down, and then Bob goes all the way back to the arena to like
for the presentation
to get the presentation of the title belt, and then they go back to Al, who now conveniently has his arm inside and is like, "Get me out of here!
I'm stuck.
Get me out of here! I don't want to be in here. Get me out of here!"
I like upon Holly's return to the arena as he was going to accept his new belt. I think Michael Cole said maybe now we can shed the moniker of Sparky Plug. And I'm like, you know what would help that? You not saying it.
You know who's forgotten that he was Sparky Plug? Everyone watching.
Until you said it. And everyone's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was a NASCAR driver with a mullet. Huh.
What a loser.
Idiot. Next match is Boss Man versus Midian. Fucking sucked. It's not exactly like these guys are good workers. Boss Man's fine.
Boss Man is a good worker. Midian's not really.
Yeah. The only thing in this match was Midian hit a horrendous German suplex. Like, out of nowhere.
But Midian hit a German suplex on the big Boss Man. Yeah. So that's something. It was one of those Germans where, like, it starts like a German, but you throw him and he ends up beside you.
Yes.
Like, it was a shit German. But like the fact it happened was interesting.
You can't throw him over your head without him landing on your head.
Yeah, you're scared to throw him over your head.
So you just sort of like move a little bit and he goes sideways. It looked like shit. What didn't look like shit was the Boss Man Slam, which was really good. So Boss Man wins after the match. It
also made us remember of Midian's joining of the Ministry, where they basically human sacrificed him.
Yeah, they like carved the Undertaker's symbol into his chest.
Yeah.
And they made him drink blood like on TV. TV.
It's fucking cool.
Like, yeah, it's fucking cool.
I was gonna say that really appealed to 15-year-old goth Scott.
Yeah, with your eyeliner.
Had my eyeliner, had my trench coat.
Yeah.
Had
Was
my
there a gun in the trench coat? Did you hide it?
Who's to say?
Oh, did you go to your high school and tell people to get out and then shoot?
Not the first part.
Oh. Were you a big Marilyn Manson fan?
Loved Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, after the match, the Ministry comes out, they beat up Bossman, they take him away, and then Bossman eventually escapes, only to be hung by The Undertaker at WrestleMania and then come back as a ghost.
Which is our fantasy booking and is much cooler than what happened.
They didn't even explain it, did they?
I assume he was just on Raw the next day.
He was just on Raw the next night, probably.
After getting hanged by
Literally
the neck
hanged.
until dead.
Yeah. I'd be so scared.
So scared!
Yeah.
Don't hang me!
Especially because, what happens if the thing, as we would find out a month later, what happens if the cable snaps? Then you just fall from the top of the cage to the ring.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, look, I don't ask for a lot in a wrestling match, but one of them is don't hang me.
Don't hang me. Don't tread on me. Texas first.
No step on Sneck.
Yep. The next match is the WWF Tag Team title match of the challengers of D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry against the champions of Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett.
That's JEFF, FAGGO.
No.
Okay.
No.
I wasn't gonna say it.
All right. So the story of the match is that D'Lo and Mark Henry have now got Ivory to be in their corner to help combat the fact that Deborah is in
domestic abuse
Jeff
victim
F. Word
Deborah.
and Owen Hart.
Jeff F.
Jeff F's corner.
The name of Jeff F.
You know what I didn't really think about until literally the second, and it's so dumb, is that Mark Henry is sexual chocolate and her name is Ivory.
Oh, I like it.
It's Ivory and Ebony and Ivory.
It's that classic song, Chocolate and Ivory.
Chocolate and Ivory. Even though I guess she's Italian, but
she could, for someone named Ivory, she could be a lot whiter.
She could be whiter. Bleach your skin, bitch.
Which I could say about almost anyone.
You could. Except for you and I. We're both very pale.
Just white enough.
Yeah. You and I sex. First thing we noticed was when Jarrett came out, he's no longer got the do not P star me off. It's just
full on piss.
Straight up piss.
I thought I'm like, damn, it must be 1999,
1999 baby.
The edgiest year.
You can do piss.
Yeah, you can do piss.
You can do piss. So, the match is decent. Mark Henry has clearly already blown out his knee. He's got a massive knee brace.
Knee brace. I'm like, oh, Mark, buddy. It's almost like your body is too heavy for your knees.
It's almost like you shouldn't have wrestled. You've never had a good match. So it's...
D'Lo Brown's got good punches.
D'Lo's got good punches.
Yeah.
D'Lo's got good punches. I mean, both Jeff and Owen are very solid workers.
Yeah.
And D'Lo's a very good worker.
Yep.
And Mark Henry's shit. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of getting offense on D'Lo. Then, they cut him off. I feel like Jarrett and Owen did double heat. Because they did the exact same spot twice of double lining D'Lo.
Did do that, yes.
Eventually, what happens is they get the tag to Mark Henry. And they're going to do I believe Henry slams Jarrett, and D'Lo goes up top to do the frog splash, and Deborah gets up behind him on the stairs and is sort of like, hey, D'Lo, you like these giant fake old lady tits?
Yeah.
And D'Lo's like, I mean, I'm a black man, so yes.
Yes.
And while he's doing that, Ivory runs over and drags Deborah down off the stairs, but then just very politely
doesn't do anything.
Hey,
yeah, she
listen here, lady.
Gives her a stern talking.
This is a wrestling match. No one wants to see your boobs. And then she goes, all right, I'm sorry, no one wants to see my boobs. Which then leads to D'Lo getting down and Owen coming over, and then D'Lo just kind of gets in between the ladies.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, while Owen decides to slide in the ring with the guitar.
Yep.
Mark Henry gets Jeff Jarrett up for a press slam.
Okay.
Now, Henry is facing hard cam, but slightly towards the entranceway.
Yes.
Owen slides in the ring, entranceway.
Yeah.
And
is just looking right at
he
him.
He runs almost all the way.
He does nearly a full 360 around Mark Henry, because Mark Henry was sort of turning a bit too. So Owen
saw him. I better turn this way.
Yeah. So Owen had to do almost all the way around him to get behind Mark Henry to hit him in the leg with the guitar.
It was
great.
And then Jarrett grabs those big old fucking meaty legs,
one of which is injured,
and puts him in a figure four that looks like it genuinely like fucking hurt him a lot.
I bet it actually hurt.
Because like Henry's legs,
because his leg is crossed right over the knee with the brace.
Yeah. Immediately taps out.
Yeah.
Then D'Lo gets back in the ring to check on him, and then Ivory and Deborah have a cat fight.
Yeah,
where Ivory exposes Deborah's braziered tits, and as
then BTs, not to be confused with BTS,
by
Transstream,
the only acronyms you need.
Yeah,
and as they're leaving, Jarrett like puts the tag belt like over Deborah's chest, where Jerry Lawler says, "I don't think it's big enough to cover those, Jeff."
Nice.
And then Owen comes and puts his belt on, so that it's one belt per tit,
which almost
covers her gross old lady tits. Although I don't know how old she is in.
I don't think Deborah's that old in 1999.
No, but I just associate her with being an old lady.
She's 23.
She's 19.
Okay, if she's 19 here, that's a pretty rough 19. But she could be early 30s.
She
could be dirty 30s.
38.
Okay,
she's 38.
So she's not a young. Oh God. Actually, you know what? She's old. Imagine being 38.
Well, you'll never find out because you're a baby and the world's gonna end before you're 38.
Yeah, because I'm baby and I'm gonna die young.
There you go. You're a real James Dean,
but pretty.
But not the actor, the porn star who got accused of abusing women.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the sausage guy.
Oh,
Jimmy Dean. What's Jimmy short for if not James?
That's true.
He's the real James Dean.
Why is
Did James Dean the actor never die and just rebrand as Jimmy Dean the sausage guy? Is this a conspiracy theory that people do?
I think so.
I'm into it.
Why is Dick short for Richard?
Don't know. Rick makes a little sense.
Rich.
Then Rich makes the most sense.
Chard? No one's going around calling themselves Chard?
That's a Pokemon.
Hello, I'm Chard Madden.
Chard. I've
heard dumber names.
I don't know if I've heard better names.
Topher Grace?
Topher sucks.
I don't want to be Christopher or Chris. I'm going to be Topher. It sounds like Toker, you pothead. Now I sound like Red Foreman.
He played a good David Duke. He can do what he wants.
He played a great David Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't get to see Deborah's tits, thank God. However, next we get to see a match that has one of the the most infamous silly ass botches in it.
Ah, yes.
So it is Ken Shamrock defending the IC title against Val Venus with special guest referee
Booty Shorts Billy Gunn.
Noted homosexual Billy Gunn.
This match is too long. Because it had been going a while, and I'm like, how long is this match? And you look at me like 16 minutes.
16 minutes.
It's
too long.
For the fucking story they're telling, it did not need 16.
There is like a 4-minute grounded headlock by Val Venus.
Yeah. I don't know if the show was running short and they told them to stretch.
Maybe. There was a video package leading up to it because Val has been fucking Shamrock's sister, kayfabe sister.
Which is funny because in real life, Shamrock has been fucking his sister.
So he makes a porno with her, which like in the in I guess kayfabe sense, every woman in the WWF is just a complete fucking whore. Because they're all willing to just make porn videos.
Yeah, they're just making porn.
And if they were smart, they would have made those porns and released them.
If they were smart, they'd have monetized them and gone on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But
they would have revolutionized it before it even happened.
But they don't even care about the monetary aspect of it. They just want to fuck men.
They just want
as many and as often as possible.
They just want to constantly get a new D in them.
Yeah.
Or in China's case, put her D in them.
Yes.
So, yeah, there was a video package of, like, Shamrock snapping, and he fucking murdered Val with a chair shot.
Yes.
Where he held...
The legs... He held the top of the chair.
top of the chair, and just used the legs to blast him in the back.
It was great.
Either Shamrock doesn't know how to use a chair.
Or...
is mentally ill.
Or it's mad. He was just
or
he
mad. Actually wanted to hurt Val.
Yeah.
Hey, how dare you fake fuck my sister girlfriend when
nobody mows my lawn.
Exactly. So the match is it's parts of it are very good.
It's fine. It's two competent wrestlers. It's just too long.
Yeah, it's just,
and for a match with like a bullshit referee, it's too much. It's
that. So babyface Billy Gunn is the referee.
Yeah,
and heel Ken Shamrock and babyface Val Venus. Where Billy is just a piece of shit to both of them.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even doing face things to the other face.
No, he's not favoring the face and screwing the heel.
Yeah,
he's screwing them both.
He's taking away the face heat
yeah.
for Val Venus by being a dickhead face.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point they like fight to the outside, and Shamrock gets in Billy's face, where Billy says, "Hey, I have stripes on, and they ain't red or yellow. Get back in the ring!
Damn it, I blew it!
You stupid blonde idiot!
These colors don't run.
Yeah, these colors don't run. Also, I fuck men."
What was a sick shirt I saw at the convention in Chicago? The wrestling convention, not the wrestling convention in Chicago, not the furry convention in Washington. Man, I'm a real convention guy.
You're a con guy.
I'm going to
You're a con man.
I'm going to con.
You're Rob Conway. You're a con man.
Ooh, just look at me. The shirt. It's one of those like full graphic shirts. Mm-hmm. So it's like that and everything you can imagine. Eagles, stars,
wolves,
stripes,
the moon.
3 wolves, guns. And part of it was like folded under him, so I couldn't read it. So I had
folded under one of his folds?
Yeah. So I had to like keep like subtly working my way around him. Because I got the first part right away, but the second part, I'm like, it could be so many things. I'm going to have to just eventually... I'm going to have to do a full Owen Hart 360 of Mark Henry around him.
To get that shit.
To get what I need. Yeah. And it was, these colors don't run, they reload. It was sick.
I want somebody to wear one of those shirts and that just like on the front or the back just says, "I fuck men's asses.
I'm gay."
I only fuck other men. And just like, yeah, that's a shirt I want.
These colors don't run. They suck dick.
They eat cum. So the infamous like bocce moment that is in this match is after...
Did the bocce moment happen because they... hired just a stripper they found with no wrestling or even acting experience?
Some random ring rat whore who wanted to bang somebody.
Yeah.
Or everybody. You know what? I'm going to say that played a minor
small
role
factor. Okay. Fair enough.
In the incident. So, Shamrock is kicking Val's ass. Mm-hmm. He throws him in the ring. And then he gets in his kayfabe sister's face and is mouthing her off. And then...
Sorry, is that a euphemism?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I wish someone would mouth me off.
Then there's a slight pause where then Ken...
You've got some slight pause yourself.
I do have some slight pause. Where Ken says out loud to her, "Slap me."
Slap me.
And then she gives him a slap.
Because someone might have missed her cue.
And then, after the match, they show a replay of it.
Which I respect.
Yeah, they're like, well, they fucked
look,
it up, but
if they did it right, we would have replayed it. So let's replay it.
replay no matter what.
Sticking to your guns.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it looks bad. We're showing it.
Yeah.
And then, so Shamrock gives Val, like, a very good DDT that Val, like, head plant sells.
Yeah.
And then goes for the pin. And Billy refuses to count it.
But had Billy counted properly, that would
was
have
the
been
finish.
a 3 count.
That
So
would've
Ken
finished.
Shamrock's new finisher, DDT.
That was like a 6 count.
Yeah.
Like, he was out.
He's done. Yeah.
So then he gets up and shoves Billy. Oh, no, Billy goes out of the ring for some reason.
Yeah.
Shamrock gets out and shoves him, and then Billy does the, like, pull his shirt out and, like, oh, I've got the referee stripes on.
Oh, look at me.
And he hit me.
And they're not red.
Yeah, or yellow.
Or yellow.
So Billy one punches Ken.
Yep.
Throws him in the ring. Val gives him an inside cradle. And pins him.
And
Billy fast
fast
counts him.
yeah.
So his one punch was enough to make Shamrock lose.
There's 2 things I know. The DDT is Ken Shamrock's finisher.
Yep.
And the punch is Billy Gunn's finisher.
Yeah, Billy's got the strongest punch.
Yeah.
Maybe Billy should have fought Butterbean.
Maybe the wrong gun fought Butterbean.
The wrong son died, and the wrong gun fought Butterbean.
Now, when we say wrong son, are we talking flares or
Yeah,
pens?
we're talking flares.
But also pens?
It also pens.
Yeah.
I don't know. Penn made 2 good movies.
I mean, but the other one made like 50. That might be strong, but
he was in 2. And Penn's made 2 and been in 2.
yeah.
Into younger women.
Oh.
Who are barely legal. So after the match, Shamrock tries to beat up Billy, throws him into the barricade once and then just leaves.
Yeah.
And then Billy no-sells that, comes back to the ring and beats up Val and then leaves. Way to no-sell the offense. And also way to just give up Shamrock.
Yeah. In classic good guy on good guy beating. Oh yeah, and we didn't mention Boss Man Midian, both heels.
Oh yeah, both heels, both wearing non-wrestling attire.
That's true.
Clothes.
Just draped in black.
Draped in black. Now, for fans of this specific segment, it is now time for the Fashion Corner.
Fashion Corner.
The next match is Triple H and X-Pac versus Kane and China. So you know DX, and if you know DX, they have a very specific color scheme of black, white, and neon green. So, of course, X-Pac coming out in his black, white, and neon green singlet with a DX football jersey.
Yeah.
And Hunter coming out in
in the football jersey.
his black, white, and neon green football jersey.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Wearing black and red with no accent color tights.
Oh.
That look
Well, that seems problematic.
exactly like his opponent, Kane.
So, that sounds crazy. Like the way you're describing it, Triple H sounds like some sort of horrible Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's not as if, let's say, for example, Bullet Club, black and white, but you can have accent colors, and it
I'll
works.
allow it. Yeah.
DX very specifically has neon green is as one of their colors.
We've kind of decided that's it.
Not dark red.
No, it wasn't ready for dark red.
Hunter has neon green gear.
We've seen it.
So why is he wearing black and red?
He owns it. Don't act like you don't own it.
Yeah, don't pretend like this, I lost all my gear, guys. I guess I have to wear my Bullet Club gear, and now I'm in the Bullet Club and in the G1.
Whoops.
So, yeah, anyways. Hunter and X-Pac versus Kane and China.
Chase Owens, an indie mid-carder who had a series of wishes granted by God.
Yeah, he met a crossroads demon, and he's only got 10 years left to live. Man, if Chase Owens... When did he join Bullet Club? Like 2019?
No, earlier than that.
16. 12?
16, 17?
Okay, well, if he...
If he dies in 2027, we know why.
We know why, and also I fucking called it.
Hashtag time's up. That's what that hashtag's around about, right?
Oh, I forgot that he and Rob Conway were a team. Remember that? 2015, October 23rd, 2015, Chase Owens joined the Bullet Club. So if October 23rd, 2025, Chase Owens
Drops
dies,
dead.
you know why. Crossroads Demon.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. So Shane McMahon comes down to do commentary, and he is the most fucking annoying little bitch on commentary.
To quote Julianne Moore in Magnolia, "Oh, you really need to shut the fuck up."
How about Julianne Moore in Maps of the Stars, where there's a very, very good CGI fire?
Sure. How about Julianne Moore in Still Alice? Like, oh, I don't know who I am anymore.
Who's my daughter? Who's my son? How about Julianne Moore in...
Why is Alec Baldwin in my house?
Why is he drunk and saying racist things? Oh, that's just Alec.
Why is he calling his young daughter a pig?
Yeah, he fucking sucks. Like, he just...
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah. Shane just, like, won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's just, like non-stop yelling, like, yeah, get him, yeah, punch him, yeah, kick him, yeah, get him down, beat him down.
It's too much. I appreciate energy more than no energy, but you can go too far, and he did.
He just over the top. It was exhausting.
Like, he seemed completely coked up.
Yeah, he could have been. He just, like, was insufferable. Then
This was also too long.
This was also way too long.
This was like the same length as the one before, and not every match needs to go more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, correct.
In fact, a lot don't.
Especially when one of the said wrestlers is awful.
Not a wrestler.
China knocked Hunter down and then ran off the ropes to do an elbow drop.
I mean, ran off the ropes is very generous.
Moved in the direction of the ropes.
Hit them sideways.
Then moved away from the ropes. And, like, instead of using the momentum to drop an elbow, stopped and jumped to do an elbow, but, like, extended the arm out to do the elbow drop, and looked horrible.
Tried to hurt herself doing it.
And even though, like, the whole idea of China is that you shouldn't treat her like a woman, and you shouldn't treat her like a man.
Should I treat her like I know her?
No.
Okay.
Treat her for who I am. Is that the rest of the
I don't remember the last line.
But the idea is that she's like I'm tougher than the men.
Yeah.
I'm more than capable of handling my own.
Yeah.
Like, I can beat up people. But then the entire match was take a bump and sort of crumble and roll out the bottom. Yeah. Like a woman would do. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if it's because she had started to get the surgeries and they were like, okay, now you're a woman.
Now she's a woman.
But it really did make her...
Now she sits down to pee.
Yeah, maybe not. But like
but you know what? She's not the most trans person on the show.
Correct. As we will get to that.
As we'll get to.
It just makes her look weak. It made her look like a total, like, she didn't do any real, like...
She did one body slam on Triple H. That was
one
her
body,
power
one
move.
body slam on Triple H and, like, a couple of, like, big body checks on X-Pac.
Yeah.
And that was it. The rest of it was just her looking like a coward.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I get it. She's a heel now. And she turned her back on Hunter, so there's, like, that psychology. But she's still the same tough woman she was, I air quote woman, when she was with DX. Yeah. So why all of a sudden now is she, like, a complete incapable
it's not consistent.
wrestler? Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else worth saying, really.
No, they wrestled for a while.
they wrestled for too long.
Shane interfered.
Shane clobbered X-Pac in the back with just, like, a horrible clothesline.
Yeah, it sucked.
Like, to look like shit.
X-Pac, to his credit, did not sell it.
And then X-Pac chases Shane all the way up the entranceway and out of the arena. Yeah. Then Hunter gets in and gets Chyna for the pedigree. Kane stops him, gives him a chokeslam, pulls Chyna on top. Chyna wins.
Pulls Chyna on top. There's a big long gap because there was a ref bump. Yes. And I thought it was going to be a kick out. Yeah. And then ref finally comes in. 3 count anyway.
Maybe that's where Hunter got the idea of beating Booker from. He was getting his long-winded wind.
Yeah, if China had been pinning Triple H for another 30 seconds, it was very reminiscent in the opposite direction of Triple H Booker at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Nothing else. Okay. So we discussed how this is the third pay-per-view in a row.
Yeah. So December, January, February all had Rock versus Mankind world title matches. 0 of those were the main event.
The main event.
Which sucks.
It sucks to not main event, but it's also because of the Austin McMahon feud. Yeah. And that is going hot and heavy, so...
Yeah, Austin and or McMahon main evented over all 3 of those.
Yes. The WWF World Title match of current champion Mankind.
Yep.
Challenger The Rock, corporate The Rock. Where you discussed the...
Two-time champion Mankind defending against 2-time, soon-to-be 3-time tomorrow, spoiler, champion The Rock, both of whom were 0-time champions less than 3 months ago.
Correct. So The Rock is wrestling in a tracksuit.
He's wearing his gyno gear.
Where the top looks terrible.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, the sleeve length is weird. The bagginess looks bad.
The cut is weird.
And the reason why he's got to wear the top
is because he... I was going to say... I first was saying he's wearing a shirt to cover his tits, but no, he's wearing a shirt to cover the scars that were the result of removing his tits. So The Rock had top surgery. So Rock is in fact the first FTM trans wrestler.
Correct.
Respect.
Mad respect.
We stan a half black queen.
But not the Samoan queen.
No. Because that's Nia Jax.
That's Nia Jax.
And she's bad.
And her hole.
You know what? We stand the hole.
You stand the hole.
But not the queen.
Match is good. Match is very good. It's a last man standing, so it's a lot of just...
With Tim Allen?
With Tim Allen.
Full circle.
Tons of just brawling on the floor. They do he gives Foley a snap suplex on the floor.
Yeah.
They end up brawling onto the announce table where Foley's going to give him a double arm DDT or pile driver, I guess.
Pile driver, I think.
And Rock gives him a back body drop off the announce table.
Okay, so upon landing, it's horrific. So he gives him the back body drop mostly off of the announce table. So what ends up happening is Foley's neck hits the corner, hits the edge of the announce table, and then his legs hit the timekeeper's table.
And chair.
Yeah, and chair. And he just shatters in half.
Yeah, it just crumbles. And then... Rock gets him up, gives him a big old suplex on the floor.
Yeah.
Goes to the announce table and just starts doing cocky Rock shit on commentary until Foley gets up and just beats the shit out of him while he's wearing the headset.
Yeah.
So you get to hear a bunch of funny Rock noises.
Mm-hmm.
Then they brawl back out to the ring. Rock gives him something from the apron. Oh no, Foley goes up to hit the elbow drop.
Yes.
Apron to Rock laying across the announce table.
Yeah.
Then they get back up and Rock gives him float over DDT on the floor.
Maybe, yeah.
Gives him a float over DDT on the floor. So Foley's dead on the floor. Rock gets back in the ring and he picks up the stairs. Oh. And he just throws the stairs over the top, and they land on Foley on the floor. They
just crush Foley on the
corner
floor.
on his hip.
Oh.
At this point...
It looked like it sucked.
Noted excellent commentator Michael Cole says, "This may be the most heated rivalry in the history of the WWF," which, in theory, is being fed to him in his earpiece by Vince McMahon. Mm-hmm. To which Jerry Lawler immediately goes
miss a minute.
Nope. McMahon versus Austin.
And then end of conversation.
Silence, and they go back to the match.
It was very funny.
It was very funny that he immediately cut him off.
Nope.
So this leads to a bunch of stuff in the ring with Foley going for a people's elbow and missing. And then The Rock going for a people's elbow and hitting it. Then Rock gets a chair and Foley double arm DD gets the chair from him, double arm DDTs him on the chair.
Yep.
Foley goes to get Mr. Sacco on, mandible claw. Rock kicks him in
Low
the dick,
blow.
which Foley kind of no-sells.
And just gets the mandible claw back
for the
on.
Mandible claw.
Rock bottoms
double down.
Yeah.
Then
T's double finish.
He's double finish.
Yeah. They both make it back up at 9.
Both make it back up at 9.
Grab a chair.
They both grab a chair. They double swing.
Whammo.
Kablamo. And then that's the end.
Both down for 10.
A draw. So Foley retains, and then they both get wheeled out on stretchers.
Yeah.
Even though Foley kind of doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock is more into the stretcher than Foley is.
Even though Foley took all of the gross bumps.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, the main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon in a steel cage with Austin's WrestleMania title match on the line.
Yes.
So it's the old school blue cage, but it's big.
But it's black.
But it's black, and it kind of looks a little shorter.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't super tall.
It wasn't super tall. Like it wasn't. It was the one where Diesel could stand there and put his hands on the top of the cage. So Austin comes out, does his whole shtick in the ring, and Vince comes out just fucking gassed.
He's so big.
Just enormous. He's covered in baby oil. He's like flexing and kind of wringing his hands together, like
traps, tries,
shoulders, pecs. Like he's huge. He's bigger than Austin.
He's way bigger than
and
Austin.
And the idea is that we're supposed to believe that even though Vince is like this corporate like entity, like the owner, but he's like this enormous, massive man who just constantly gets his ass fucking kicked.
Based on physicality alone, Vince should rightfully be the world champion.
Vince has show muscles only, and because he's not a wrestler, he's not tough. That's the idea.
But he looks tough.
But he's not.
He looks like he could kick almost any wrestler's ass.
Absolutely. But that's not the way that it works out.
No.
So the start of the match is Vince teases getting in the ring, and then he gets out and runs around. Austin chases him. Vince gets back in the ring and closes the door, and then Austin is gonna try to get in by climbing in. He gets up on the side, and Vince knocks him off the cage.
Yeah.
And Austin lands and starts holding his knee.
Yeah.
So then Vince comes out this is an opportunity to get him. And I'm like, tricked you, bitch. Didn't actually hurt his knee. Was just baiting Vince. So he comes out, and then
Austin proceeds to kick the shit out of Vince for 10 minutes.
10 fucking minutes. He punches, throws him in the guardrail, throws him into the cage.
Yep.
They brawl up into the rampway, throws him into the guardrail up there. They brawl back to the ring, and he gives him a punch, which Vince hilariously sells falling forward over the table.
Yeah.
And just takes a silly ass bump. Then they fight a bunch more. Vince starts climbing the cage to get back in the ring, and Austin climbs up after him. Then he gives him a couple bonks off the cage, and then you see Vince sort of look behind him to check where he is.
And then it's time.
And then Vince takes the single greatest bump of all time. Austin bonks his head off the cage. Vince throws himself backwards at the Spanish announce table. His spine lands perfectly on the front edge of the table.
The table does not break.
Table does not break. Vince sort of bounces up a little bit.
And then on the second bounce, breaks.
It's like he gets this whiplash in his neck.
Yeah.
Hits and it crumbles. And then he lays there. So Austin gets back down, and then the medical staff come out.
You can see Austin right after it happened. He's like, oh shit.
My God.
Oh, man. That was a good one.
Medical staff comes down. They put Vince in a neck brace. They're going to wheel him out of there. And Austin goes no fucking way.
No, I'm going to kick his ass some more.
I'm going to kick this old man's ass. Drags him into the ring. And as he's getting in, he throws Vince in. He's climbing up the stairs. He turns to just the crowd and says, "It's about time I get this motherfucker in the ring."
That was good.
Very funny. So yeah, gets him in the ring and just beats the shit out of him. Like gives him like the low stomp to the dick, throws him into the cage a bunch of times. Vince blades and just starts bleeding everywhere. Not the best Vince blade job. But
no.
It's really
it's
good.
a solid Vince blade job, but it's not Survivor Series 03
against Taker.
Yeah, that one's disgusting.
Yeah. So he kicks his ass. Goes to leave. Vince gives him like the middle finger. And Austin goes like, well, fuck.
I mean, let's not undersell the middle finger.
There's the first one.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
He gives him the middle finger, and Austin's like, oh,
okay.
You dumb motherfucker. Goes back in, just kicks his ass some more. Vince does eventually get a low blow and throws him into the turnbuckle. Then when Vince goes to climb out, Austin climbs up with him, kind of catches him at the top, gives him a few like swings his head into the cage and dumps him back in the ring. Then Austin gets down and goes like, yeah, all right, he's had enough. Goes to leave again, and Vince gives the fucking best. He's covered in blood, and he's like crying
on his knees,
and he just does both middle fingers while crying, like because he doesn't want Austin to win, but he knows by doing that Austin's gonna come
he
back
can antagonize Austin
and beat his
yeah.
ass. So it's a real like the only way I'm gonna prevent him from winning is if he comes back and kicks my ass.
The only way to go is further down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, comes back in, beats him up some more. He starts like jaw jacking with him while they're like both on the ground, and then emerging from the hole in the ring is former WCW champion.
Yes.
Paul White.
Paul White,
who
former guy I saw wrestle live a week and a half ago.
Yes. Yes, you did, with less stupid looking hair.
Yes.
He like dyes his hair kind of blondish. Like feathered.
Yeah, it was a beautiful feathered look. Yeah.
Like real flowy and big.
Clearly blow dried.
But like, so he's getting in the ring, and Austin stands up and sees him too quickly.
Yeah.
So he has to sort of like shoot himself up into a chokeslam to catch him.
Yeah.
Gives him a chokeslam or throws him into the cage.
I think just throws him in the cage. I don't think he
I think he grabs him by the throat and then throws him into the cage.
Yeah.
Vince gets up and sort of is like, yes.
Chuck
him.
him.
I want to see you throw him into the cage. So he picks him up like a little baby.
Yeah.
Like in his arms.
Full on baby.
And runs and throws him into the cage, and he hits the cage, and the corner of the cage like
opens
breaks
up.
Away, and the cage door, like the
Swings
cage wall
around,
swings out, and Austin very
gingerly
gingerly,
he's like, I'm not fucking this up the month before WrestleMania.
Drops down to the floor,
yeah,
and sort of like celebrates that he's won while Vince is crying in the ring, and Paul White looks very angry,
and the debuting Paul White looks kind of stupid for doing it.
Yeah, like that's what I said, is like I wish there was a better finish.
There's got to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way. Like, the finish isn't terrible.
No.
But I feel like there was
a classic, like, cute WWE finish.
Yes.
They love those.
Yeah, but it's also a classic, like, you disqualify Mick Foley for, like, because the Rock didn't technically submit or quit.
That one's worse.
As opposed to just saying he has struck the referee.
Yeah. There's better ways.
There's a better way. Like, you throw Austin, he hits the cage, but sort of lands on the top of the cage, and then manages to just sort of crawl himself down to the floor. That way, it looks like Austin won, but you still like killed him.
Yeah,
as opposed to just being like, he won, whatever. So, yeah, there could have been a better finish, but
that Vince bump.
That Vince bump and the crying middle fingers.
The crying, bleeding middle fingers.
Perfect.
A classic.
Perfect. I remember when they made an action figure for that Big Show, and it was like the worst figure.
Oh, really?
Because it was the exact outfit he was wearing. So the legs had like a pants on them, but the pants were like hard.
I love a hard pant. A lot of my pants are hard now.
Well, that's because you come in them and then they get hard.
Yeah.
The arms didn't bend.
Great.
One was in a fist.
Okay.
One was in like not even like a choke, like an open hand,
getting ready for a choke
the
slam.
fingers out.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like do anything. And for whatever reason, like I mean, I know that they never scaled the figures really until like later. So he was kind of the same size, but you could tell that like it was supposed to be bigger, and it looked like he had been mushed down. Yeah, that figure sucked. That was one of the worst figures. I want to see if I could find a picture of it.
Terrible Paul White figure.
It was terrible. It was that one. There was a Taka Michinoku one where so one arm was an open hand.
I like to call him Taka No Clue.
Clue. One was an open hand. One was a fist. There was a button on the back that made the fist go up and down.
Okay.
But this one, the arm was a solid arm, and it only moved like straight up and down.
And did the tomahawk chop.
And then there was another one that was a Crash Holly. Which was the same thing, where one of his arms had like a slit in it, so his arm didn't go up and down. It only did this.
It rotated
at the elbow or the shoulder.
Odd.
Out. And that was it. And we're like, what the fuck is this
What's
for?
that for?
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, so this is the terrible figure.
Oh, you found it.
What's a good picture? Is that a good picture? Yeah.
Looks good.
Sorry, both hands were open.
Both hands are grabby.
But like that looks like it was compressed down to make a smaller figure.
It does.
They're like the figure was supposed to be taller, and they were like, no, just make it the same.
His proportions are wrong. Yeah.
But like they eventually did make the figures bigger to like in comparison, but like at the same time, like the Rey Mysterio figure was the same size as everybody.
Yeah.
So like they as is tradition, didn't care. Didn't really give a shit if you thought it was dumb or not. They were gonna make what they were making, and that's it.
You'll buy it, you fucking idiot.
You'll buy it, you idiot.
Yeah.
You retard. And then guess what? We probably bought like 5 Rey Mysterios with different outfits. So there you go.
There you go. So at the end of the day, who's the retard?
I guess me and Darren P.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that concludes.
We're done in your houses.
The in your houses.
May 1995 to February 1999. 27 shows. And a few of which were good.
A few. And you know what? Like that concludes the homework portion. Really, like there's no at this very moment. There's nothing we have to watch or like research before we record.
Well, we got to finish our movies for second half of Movie Donos.
Yes, but that's we still got a week for that. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks for that. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. And then after that, not a lot of homework for a hot minute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be okay with that.
We're not gonna tell you what it is, but we have an idea.
We have an idea, and both of us like it.
Yes.
So give it 3 weeks until we've both completely turned on it and each other. and
turn on me, will you?
And we both have separate warring podcasts, but both are about gay sex.
Yes. Both of them involve both of us pretending like we're straight.
Yeah. Can you believe these gay guys?
We don't need so many letters in that thing. Why don't we just call them all G's?
Look, we agreed on BTS.
BTS. That's the hardest you've laughed in a while.
I liked BTS a whole bunch. I gotta say.
Bi, trans, straight.
Really got me good. That really did me justice.
Did you justice. Really did something for you.
So next week is going to be In Your House wrap up. Yep. Top 10 matches, probably.
We talked about doing MVPs.
Yes, some MVP talk, some cool music talk.
Good music talk.
Probably a smattering of gay sex also.
Probably.
If I was
sprinkled in there.
If I was to hazard a guess,
we're going to go through. We're going to run down every card we watched. And we're going to decide who's a top, who's a bottom.
Okay.
Bears, Otters, Cubs.
That sounds fun, actually.
Twinks,
you know what? You sold me. We can do that.
Yeah. Every show.
Yeah, it'll be a tight 7.5 hours.
Yeah. As if we've never done one that long.
Look forward to that. We haven't done 7, but we've done more than 4.
We've done 4. Yeah. We've done more than 4. Especially some of those earlier ones too were like way longer than they needed to be.
Oh, the early ones. Yeah,
like before we even started like putting them up for anyone other than just like our friends.
Yeah.
And we would just like fuck around on like my Sun Deck or at like Dan or Kelly's house or whatever. And we were just like talk, and it was just we were literally just recording us hanging out.
Yeah, it didn't need to be recorded.
No. There was there was probably some like funny jokes and stuff, but none of it's important.
Yeah.
Like it could get erased from time and there would be no missing
there's
pieces.
Zero butterfly effect to that.
Yeah.
There's no ripple coming from
nothing.
That. It's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah, existing or not doesn't matter.
Yeah. I do kind
These matter.
These matter.
These are the big ones.
These are important.
These are Daddy's podcasts.
I do kind of wish we could at least do some of the games, like the WWF movies games, but
I like games.
We can't do it with two people.
It's harder with two people, and we don't like anyone.
No one else you want to invite.
Yeah. It was a nice idea.
Yeah, it was a nice idea, and it was fun while it lasted, but then I feel like we would always hang out with the intention of like, we're gonna do a podcast, and we would tell the other people like who were they, like Dan, Kelly, Chewy, whoever, and tell them, we'll record a podcast. And then when it comes time to record the podcast, they were like,
I don't want to record a podcast.
Well, we said we were doing it.
Yeah.
So if you didn't want to do it, you could have just not come.
Yeah.
And then we would play the game, and like some of them would just be like, I don't know. One, and we're like, you're not even trying.
Yeah.
Like it is a fun game.
It is a fun game. Yeah, I haven't played them in forever.
Idiots. Yeah, we played Build Title on Facebook for a while, but then people got like too unreliable and
Well, we'll find some 2-person games.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Grab Ass is a solid.
Yeah, or like Off-Air Kisses. That's a game,
Off-Air Kisses. Yeah. OAK.
Yeah. So, as always, Sarian Softpaws on Twitter and whatever, and Drew Sarian on Letterboxd.
Not Scott Henson on Twitter. And why don't you go ahead and send us a little chunk of change.
Give us
chunk
some
of change.
Skrilla.
Good EP by Passion Pit. Because I'm a music guy now.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Is the podcast going from movies, wrestling, and gay sex to music?
Yes. And gaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's quite the turn.
Yeah, well, gaming is what I've been doing instead of having sex, as we discussed in the asexual portion of the podcast.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm a professional. I'm a professional Twitch streamer. I'm an influencer
And a professional son of a bitch.
I'm a homeowner, and I'm a fag. Secret letter is O. Your second last secret letter is O.
You're almost there. Keep it up.
The gates open next week, 5 p.m. Pacific, Monday, September 22nd. And this is voting wise, this is a first past the post rules. First one in wins. The rest of you, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
And you'll probably get a used Gatorade.
Powerade.
Pardon me.
A 2-sipped mango or melon pineapple Powerade is what you're getting. I will ship it to you.
You could clone Drew with it.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to.
Or take a little Drew from that. Take a little snow leopard from somewhere else, make a better Drew.
You know what? You can get some snow. If you can get your hands on some snow leopard DNA, I condone it.
Yeah, or just give it directly to Drew and let's cut out the middleman.
That's true. I'll inject myself with it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's better than the vaccine. Oops.
Oopsie.
We made it almost the whole way.
Vaccines cause you to get STIs, and then your wife doesn't want to marry you.
Just ask Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Topical.
I didn't know she was crazy, but that's cool.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Shut up. And R.I.P. Norm Macdonald.
Oh,
actually pretty sad about that.
I'm very sad about that.
All right, turn it off. I'm sad now.